Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
Happy Friday, Junior, over here off of Crenshaw and Slauson. She got her Slauson and over here shirt on. You know, we represent the neighborhood. And me, I always stay with my stop playing in my face sweatshirt. I think I'm just going to wear that every time because I really just need people to stop playing in my face right now.
I feel like every time we get on live, she do this.
Mew Mew the cat is our, Andrea, your sister Mew Mew is really, I don't understand. What I don't understand her problem.
Sister is crazy. Anyway,
well, people be calling their animals they family members.
It stops at you, her mama. That's it. So Mimi is my mother's child. That's it.
But she's not your sister.
No.
Though. Okay.
No, she's not claimed. Sorry, boo.
That's real sad. I feel like she probably feels sad about that.
No, she don't care.
And side note, Mew Mew, we found out that Mew Mew was black. I don't know. She told me that you could tell if a cat is black or not by they look at their paws. So we looked at her paws, and it turns out Mew Mew
explains a lot
of the African diaspora. Anyway, my name is Nicole D. Vick. Welcome to Nicole D. Vick Live. This is the kiddo, Andrea. And we're going to have a really cool conversation about the evolution of mother-daughter relationships. And when I wrote this, I was thinking of the evolution over time as the mom ages, even though we don't age. But you see as time goes by, she becomes an adult, and then I stay an adult, but I'm still like young. But she, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Parents of adult children, we stay young, they get old. You understand?
Just log out for me. Log out for me, sweetie.
So I just want to talk about that. But before we get into that, I have to address this. So yesterday, it was all over the social medias. Jada Pinkett Smith has said.
Not you said Smith.
Smith has said, oh, me and Will have been separated since 2016.
Bro, she needs to just stop talking.
But I heard that was not new news. People was like, no, she said that it was said on the Red Table Talk. Remember when the entanglement happened? Mm-hmm. Apparently it was put out there that they were separated. I didn't catch that. Apparently it's in Will Smith's book. I didn't catch that. Apparently it's in Jada's new book. So I guess, you know, she's on tour now. She need people to buy this book. So she's putting this stuff out here. So I have questions. If they were separated since 2016, what was the big deal about the entanglement? Okay,
I think it was just a publicity stunt in general. Because like, you have a song called that, like right after that.
But then it's like, why Will Smith sitting there, you know, when they came on the table talk, he about to look like he just devastated. Why?
Okay. Sure he still felt like maybe it was embarrassing that she was airing that out on TV because it's embarrassing and she keep being embarrassing and she needs to remove us from the group chat.
And then, okay, second one, the slap. If they separated, I understand they're still married, but if they are separated, What about the slap? Why he was so mad about the slap? Y'all listen, Kwame talking about she a whole lot. I need all of y'all to lay up off my Virgo sister Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay, I understand her.
Because it's like I didn't even know she was a Virgo because now I'm like, y'all real big on the image thing. So I feel like it's like she kind of like dropping little, like little things to kind of like, oh, let's drop this out and get some type of. It's like a promotional thing at this point. It's some kind of promo.
Kwame said check her chart.
We should check her chart. Let me see.
I don't know when her time she was born and all of that.
Check her chart.
Okay, but those are my valid questions. You kind of touched on the entanglement. I guess. So are you saying that he loves her? And so even though they're separated, he's the one that still has the feelings in his heart for her.
She might.
And so therefore, when Chris Rock insulted her, because of how he feel, he was like, and he felt compelled.
Yeah, she didn't look happy. I mean, she didn't look happy that the joke was made.
Because I feel like we separated. Well, I ain't finna go up there and be socking nobody good. What I'm gonna do there for?
But that also might have been publicity. I don't know what came.
That's true too. Because now I'm like,
did somebody drop something after that? A movie or something? Was somebody in a movie right after that?
I don't know.
Because at this point, I feel like people are not getting yet that like
these people
all
are
of these
actors.
things. Yeah, even outside of what y'all think is a movie, these people are still doing. These people are still doing skits. But the whole thing that happened with Keke Palmer was very much a skit. The whole thing with the boyfriend saying what he said, skit.
Yep.
It's all publicity.
I
stuff
agree.
like this don't just happen like coincidentally.
I agree with you with that Keke thing. And you know what? Keke is a Virgo.
She's smart. She's smart. It's business. You know what? Because it's an earth sign thing. Capricorns is like that too. Not like, and not in a bad way, but like Natalie Nunn, she will do anything for some TV. Like she will make TV happen. She'll be like, this person hates this person. This person hates this person. Let me put them on baddies together. They hate each other. Let's put them on baddies. And then I'm going to make one of them want to fight me and say the most disrespectful thing that they told me in confidence. She just know how to make TV. She know how to make drama.
Well, and
that's making her bread.
I will agree with you when everything kind of rolled out and moved forward with that Keke Palmer thing. I said we all got play because everybody got on social media like y'all better back up off of Keke.
Even Beyonce was doing that when she came out with that one album and everybody was like,
oh my god,
he was cheating on her, man. You know what? It's inspiring me to leave my husband. Everybody leaving their men, and
who's
Beyonce
still with their
husband? Still at home popping out babies with this man. Now what? Y'all thought
so listen, basically the moral of this story is Virgos either are extremely calculating and smart or we are extremely devilish and like evil.
Yeah, which is
maybe
still
all of that
which is still
time.
Calculated. It's still very calculated to be evil.
Oh my god.
So Jada Pinkett Smith is a Virgo sun, a Virgo. Oh my god. She's a Virgo sun, a Virgo moon, a Virgo Mercury, of Libra Venus, and what's her ascendant? Sagittarius. Man, that woman is a Virgo in every sense of the word. She thinks like a Virgo
than I am?
Virgo emotions, nature of a Virgo with a Sagittarius rising. That is insane.
Wild.
She loves like an Aquarius. That's her problem.
This is see now.
So her Venus and Mars is in air, like air signs.
So she's flighty.
She's like that.
She's flighty. And then,
oh my God.
Of course, the other side of it is, right, everybody always says she never really got over Tupac.
That
so
makes a lot of sense.
She's still at the house like, Tupac, right? And married to Will. I don't know. Anyway, this is crazy. We could go on and on about this.
Because you are Virgo with a Gemini moon, which that's kind of flighty too, but yeah. Anyway,
moving on. I want to share these two resources, these new books that I picked up on, and then we're going to go to commercial. My friend, I think I shared this on TikTok. My friend gives the best gifts. You see this coloring book? Did I show you this coloring book? It says, you a mother badass.
I like that. Look, Gemini. Yeah, she a Gemini moon.
Leave me alone.
That's that type A. That's where that type A personality comes from, a Gemini moon.
Look at this. I don't know if we should be showing bad words on YouTube, but I'll show it real fast. I colored this with my own hands. Wow. You would like something like this. I'm gonna let you color one of these pages. Look, I'm kind of a big deal. These are so cute. But this is good. Look, for me, my self-care is doing my nails, but some people, you know, everybody don't do that. This is perfect. Adult coloring books are so perfect. Look at the donuts on the back.
That's cute. I'm not donut.
Jamila bought this for me. So I just want to share. Like, I even bought some markers. It says overcome all the shit that was meant to destroy you. Yes. And then the second book. This book is called Unbreak My Soul, How Black Women Can Begin to Heal from Workplace Trauma. Dr. Carrie Yazid. And this also is like an activity book, a journal, but she had on LinkedIn was like going like this, and it landed on the like this. I was like, oh, I must buy this. But it has journal entries. It does have some coloring pages. So if you are a Black woman and you got some workplace trauma, I almost feel like take this to work and you just sit on your desk. So they be like, what's that? I'm like, look what it say.
You won't break my soul. Because it said unbreak my soul.
Exactly. So pick those books up. The first one was a gift, but I'm sure it's on Amazon. The second one I picked up on Amazon. I think it was like $30, but it's really, really big. It's like 200 and something pages. So it's not like no little flim flam book. Would you use something like this? You don't have workplace trauma though.
I don't know. I feel like with journals, you do like the first 5 pages and then I'd be like, oh my God. And I think it's because I don't like to write, like handwrite, because my writing is crazy. Like, it's like my writing, I start getting frustrated. I need to type it out. So if there was a journal app,
there probably is.
If there was a journal app that I could go on my phone and be like, I would do it. But if I gotta write,
you should make one. How about that? True. Oh, letter to yourself. How sweet. This is really nice. And I hear you. My attention span showed too. I understand.
Yeah. It's like somebody was like, oh, when you're upset, you should journal. I'm like, that's what made me more mad. I will be very upset. If I start journaling, I'm the paper gonna be ripped.
Crumpled.
Yeah, it's gonna be ripped. Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. We're gonna go to commercial and actually come back to what we were supposed to be talking about. But this was funny. So we'll see you on the other side.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundaries and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs. Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Lux and Noir.
Talk about what we was actually supposed to be talking about. So the evolution of mother-daughter relationships. Some of you are parents of adult daughters, adult children, and I'm sure you have had a kind of shift in your relationship, right? Because mom is mom. Like, hey, don't do that. Hey, clean up your room. Hey, you know, whatever, right? And it's like, mom. But at some point, right, as they grow up, but like I said, they grow up, we kind of stay, you know, forever 30, right? As they age,
right. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Then you become friends, and I never said this to you, but I know people say this. Mama say this. I ain't one of your little friends, but then we for real become friends. Like, hey, like we went to the jazz. Then and then when we went to that other little club, only thing though, I can't hang with this one. Listen, y'all. This child Okay, you want a drink? I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. We out. And matter of fact, we were out with my college professor. We out, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get a drink. She ordered an Adios MF for me.
That's right.
I'm old.
You supposed to.
I can't drink.
Well, if you're gonna spend $18 for a drink, it needs to get you where you're trying to get. So yeah.
And I couldn't. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't drive home. And I don't let nobody drive Felicia. Y'all know that. She had to drive Felicia because I couldn't drive.
And it's crazy because like I'm a great driver.
She was fine.
I'm a great driver.
I ain't never said you was a bad driver.
I'm just saying, like, you know, if you trust anybody, it gotta be me. Because I ain't never called you like I've crashed, ever had that issue, except I almost did one time. And that was because I was trying to go too fast in my truck because I forgot that you can't hit I was hitting them corners fast. Hitting them fast. But
so anyway, how do you feel about that evolution? Would you say that's the evolution of this relationship as you've gotten older? Is less of, you know, I mean, it has to be like, what whoop your tail for? What I never spanked you.
You
anyway.
Never did, so it's kind of like always kind of been like not that you
know,
not that you wasn't like, you know, that you never like had, you know, authority. I can't say it like that, but I'm saying like,
I know what you mean.
Like it's always been cool. Like if anything, you was calling my dad to do stuff.
Yeah.
So
let me call your daddy.
And that's why I was scared of him. And I am. You know,
no, you ain't gonna put that on me. That I made you scared of your dad.
Because he was the disciplined one, and I was always scared of him. But even then, like once I realized I'm scared of him either.
Scared to know that you don't see this.
So
yeah, you know I mean, it's interesting too because I'll be like, hey, let's go, or you'll be like, Mom, let's go to this thing, and I'm like, okay, or we went to the vegan thing together, and we eating, and we at the point now we go there, the people know us. Oh my God, hey, and I'm like, we only met you that one time.
We gotta get Troy on live with us.
We have a friend there, and he's like the friend. He's like, oh my gosh. So we really have a good time together. It's really, I think, important, as I've always said when we had our episodes together, our show together, is you really have to have that responsibility to nurture that relationship, because she will one day be a parent if she so chooses, right? And you want to be able to have a relationship with your grandkids and all that good stuff. But what I will say is yes, less of a authoritarian role, to put it your words, but more of, you know, mutual respect. And I'm still the one like, okay, what you doing? What happened? Don't do that. You know, because I have the wisdom, even though I'm still only 30. I have the wisdom to be like,
I don't know why I thought I was tripping when you said that just now. I thought like my brain. Okay, go ahead. Oh, I thought I was tripping.
What you mean?
Like, you know how sometimes you think like your brain kind of like entered a parallel. I thought, okay, go ahead. I thought, oh no.
Even though I'm still 30,
okay.
You know, it's more of consultation, I guess. Well, you know, you might not want to do that. But I do say, and I put this here, I'm still mom. Like, for example, she didn't feel good. Was that last week? Mm-hmm. And you were like, I don't know. I think I need to go to urgent care and I don't feel good. And I'm like, well, I just emailed my supervisor, see you later. And then I came home and then I took her down to the urgent care thing. And so, you know, I think that's where we still have to step in that role to still offer that guidance. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't pay this much for XYZ because blah, blah, blah. Or, okay, something's wrong medically or something else. Let me come and step in. And I think that's a really important thing to sort of work through as an adult parent. And even for you, I feel like even you, I can ask you something like, Andre, what you think? Did that make sense? And you be like, no, or yes. And that's so cool. And one thing I'll say, I haven't talked to you about this, and this to me is hilarious. I don't know how you gonna see it, but let's see. So speaking of that urgent care incident, it's not really a big deal about why she was at urgent care, but I want to say this. She let me come in. She said, Mom, you coming back there? And I was like, I don't need to go back there. You grown. But she wanted me to come back there. Fine. I'm back there with her. And then the nurse lady, doctor lady comes in, physician's assistant. And at some point, the question came, are you pregnant? They ask you that, right? Because they're thinking about medications and stuff, right?
And I was like,
so she's sitting in the chair. I'm behind her. So she can't see me. But she says to the physician's assistant, I don't know. I'm behind her. And I'm like, and I literally had a physical, like, I was like, oh shit, like what? You know, like, huh? But this is the funny part though. How I'm gonna be shitty and like pregnant? She is almost 10 years older than I was when I got pregnant. So it was like a reality. It's like, wait.
But it's funny because like
I was like, hold on.
I didn't even think about that. I mean, I could feel the energy shift too. I'm like, but like I just didn't know. I was like, well, I mean,
you don't know. But it was just funny because I was like, pregnant
in my house. But like, nah, and it's crazy because like, you know,
the damn smoke detector. Listen, y'all.
She probably was like, in my house.
This house and these smoke detectors is tripping. So we apologize in advance about that. But it was just a funny moment for me because it made for that split second. I said, is that how my mom felt when I had to tell her at the Ralph's grocery store that I was pregnant?
You were way younger.
I was. And so first
like
I had to have that moment.
Kind of like
right
at that age where it's like,
because at first it was like, what? And then I was like, oh wait, she actually older than I was when I was pregnant, first of all. And then second of all, it was like, is that how my mom felt? So now I almost want to call my mom and be like, I am so sorry. So I want to ask you, how do you feel? Well, one thing I want to say, it causes self-reflection, right? Like I just said, I had to think to myself, wait, back up. You were younger than she is now when you were pregnant. Second of all, dang, now I know how my mama feel. But I wonder, do you ever in your just thought process as you live your life think to yourself, man, I sound like my mama? Or,
oh,
damn, I'm doing something my mama would do.
All the time. You sound like grandma. So yeah.
I don't sound like no grandma.
It's funny because you even like talk like, you know how grandma's voice is kind of like soft. Like sometimes if you like she's more like, yeah, well
her voice wasn't always like
no, like, but like, you know, when she's just like talking like, yeah, like she kind of like, you kind of have her like tone of voice sometimes, and I'll be like, or like you'll say something, be like, well, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's exactly how grandma would say that. So yeah, but I also feel like the same thing with me. Like, well, you will tell me,
oh Lord, everything is going crazy.
No, that's kind of creepy to me that happened. Listen,
like Felicia, the author of The Manifestation with the Ancestors. We talking about this woman's daughter, and honey, she said, y'all better quit. That picture fell right on over. She says, shut up, talking about my child, which is my mama.
That means we need to move on. When something like that happens, that means that the conversation needs to move on. So
Grandma Eddie Mae said, listen, stop talking about my child.
I mean, it's time to move on from that conversation. That's so crazy. But yes, I feel like I've done
you
that.
Said things that you feel like you sound like me sometimes.
People will tell me that. Even like Norman says that I sound like you, or say things that you would say, or whatever.
That's crazy because I don't feel like I hear it, but I mean,
and then I hear that I sound like my dad too, which I don't like, as in like how he talks, like when he be like,
I feel like you laugh like him.
What?
You laugh like your dad. Yep, sure do.
What?
Indeed.
I'm trying to think. Why am I laughing?
The smoke detector agrees with you. I know Kwame is like, Lord have mercy.
What?
This smoke detector going off. What we gonna do?
My laugh keeps.
We on Crenshaw's Lawson, and the smoke detector is, having a moment. I don't know.
I laugh like him. That's actually
you do.
Crazy.
Next time you do it, I'll point it out to you. Yep.
Oh.
So adults, parents, maintain that relationship, and it's funny to see yourself and your kids, and your kids see themselves, you in them. It's been a crazy journey for us, but it's been fun.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm really thinking I'm making fun of his laugh. So if I laugh like that, that's crazy.
Daddy. Sorry. All right, we're gonna move on to Am I the Ass? Because we like these and they're fun. But if you have questions for us, relationship questions, life questions, smoke detector, electrician questions, just send them to us. We might answer to you. We tell you how to turn the fuse box off to a smoke detector go off.
No, because one time that fuse box, it didn't matter. I woke up and I heard, and I was like, what is that?
It might be somebody in the house. Okay, am I the ass? Go.
Okay, am I the asshole for not wanting to sit in my boyfriend's family's house alone for 17 plus hours? My boyfriend and I have had a lot of ups and downs recently, but we've decided to work through them. His family knows about the struggles we've been having. 2 days ago, he tells me we need to visit his family's house because he needs to help his brother run some errands. I initially offered to stay back at our place. We lived together a couple hours away from his family. while he spends time with his brother, but he tells me he'd like to go with him and that I can tag along on the errands. Now we're here. Okay. It's 5:30 a.m. and we had a big argument last night because he told me it's selfish and insecure of me to try and insert myself in his quality time with his brother. I could not believe what he was saying. Since my initial offer was to stay in our home where I'd be more comfortable, he and his brother will be gone from 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. and I'm left here completely alone. I've never spent time alone with his family and I don't feel comfortable. His parents will be at work until maybe 6 p.m. or 7. I'm going to try just to go to bed at 8 so that I don't have to deal with the awkwardness. Oh, it's worth noting. He also never asked his parents if they were okay with me just sitting in their house all day. I don't know. He says I need to be more comfortable being in his family's house and that it's selfish and insecure of me to say I'd rather stay in our apartment. I'm still so angry that he initially told me I could go with him, and now I'm sitting in his family's house alone for 17 plus hours when I could be in the comfort of my own home. Am I the asshole?
Listen.
No, she's not. And if anything, I would have left. I would have got my car and
as
left.
You was reading, I said somebody playing in somebody's face.
But also,
and did you didn't even ask their parents?
No. Let's dissect this because did you see how he said I offered to stay. She said I offered to stay back at our place while he spends time with his brother. But he tells me he'd like me to go with him, right? And I could tag along. And then says we had a big argument because he told me it's selfish and insecure to try and insert myself in his quality time with his brother. Why did you tell her that you want her to go with you for you to then go and say, for you to go then and say, you are insecure and selfish for trying to go with me.
We started that argument for a reason.
Nigga. So we said that because I would have definitely got.
I just want to say,
in the comments, somebody was like, "Well, you better take the car and leave." And she was like, "Well, we drove here together." I would have took his car and left.
Yeah. And I think also he didn't even ask the parents. He didn't ask his parents if it was okay for her to be there like that. And
which is crazy because
I need to know who in my house.
Because I'm like, so you didn't ask your parents, which was really awkward because they're going to walk in and wonder why she's sitting up in here. She's gonna be like, why is she? No, for real. They're gonna be wondering why is she sitting in here? Why is she in my house?
Who is this girl? That's what I'm saying.
You would be
I'd like tell you why is Whoopty Whoop here?
Yeah,
and I don't know nothing about this. And she finna be here all day. And part of that day, the parents is at work. Somebody in my house. I mean, now if they've been dating for a while and this girl is not new, it might be different. But like she gonna be sitting in the house by herself for all these hours, and I'm gonna be at work, and y'all gonna be gone. I would have an issue with that.
More about the relationship between the family and him. So, like for example, him talking about how somebody will be intruding on quality time with the brother. So, like,
so then why you ask me for then?
But then I'm wondering. So, okay, you want quality time so bad, with brother. Do y'all not see each other? Is the family not close knit? Like, what's going on? Because then it's like, I don't need to be up in your family face then if y'all like that. Like, I don't need to be. That's the dynamic. I don't need to be a part of.
She's NTA, not the ass.
No, yeah.
All right, next one.
What y'all think? Because that's crazy.
That's
saying
wild.
Y'all like is anybody watching? I don't know. Anyway. Well, yes, but so we're talking to him. Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be on YouTube. People can watch it later and say what they got to say. Okay. The smoke detector said. Not the ass. Okay, go.
Am I the asshole for refusing to help my husband get dressed for work? What?
Go ahead.
My husband is a healthy, able-bodied man. That's very worth noting because, a lot of them act like, He works out 5 to 7 days a week. And because of weightlifting, he has very big shoulders and arms. He works in sales. Oh, my God. This is one of those types of guys, that work in sales and they're like big and, and wears dress shirts to work. I say collared dress shirts to work. Every morning for months on end, he wants me to help him button his cuffs on his sleeves. His excuse originally for not being able to button them himself was that he is too big to be able to do it. I called him out saying that I think that's just an excuse because when I haven't been home, he's able to button them by himself. Now he says it takes him way too long to button them himself, so he wants me to do it because I'm able to do it faster. My issue with helping him button his cuffs are 1, I am not his mother and he's a grown man. And 2, I have a routine in the morning that I like to stick to. I drop our son off at school, then I go to the gym and then do grocery shopping or errands. He gets upset if I refuse to come home to help him button his cuffs after dropping off our son at school. The days that this is most frequently irritating to me are the days that I have off from work. I work 3 to 4 days a week, and I get 3 days off when our son is in school to focus on myself, going to the gym and getting errands done. Having to drive all the way home after dropping off our son at school cuts into my time that I can be getting other things done. Am I the asshole for refusing to help my husband button his cuffs on his dress shirt?
No.
He has me feeling like I'm being incredibly selfish for not wanting to help.
And guess what? Listen, they have, I'm going to call them adaptive tools for almost anything that people with limited mobility need, right? Like, for example, I don't have a disability, but I have long nails, and there's certain things I cannot do. I cannot get the credit card out of the credit card slot at the parking meters. I can't. And so there's this little clip that I use to pull in and out. There are all kinds of adaptive tools to do all kinds of things. So he can find a tool. He can go on Amazon and look it up. I need help closing this thing. There is a thing that will help him button up his sleeve. So he got to have his wife come back to the house. Baby, button my sleeve. No, man. Nope.
Literally, like people are saying, this grown man wants you to drive home just to button his shirt. That's a weird power trip thing, and I suspect has a lot more to do with something besides his shirt. And that's what I was thinking. That's not like a power trip. So you feel like you're gonna make me run all over town
and come over
some buttons? Over some buttons? Baby, I'm gonna cut.
You know what this make me realize?
I'll slice some buttons off them shirt. All his shirts in the closet gonna have no buttons on the sleeves. Like, can't button them. Roll your sleeves up.
You know what this makes me realize? People have really interesting and complicated lives for like no reason. Buttoning sleeves, being about in the house by themselves for 17 hours because your boyfriend all of a sudden now don't want you to hang with him with his brother. But
that's why so many men are gonna like it.
Man, I'm confused.
That's why so many men are gonna die alone. Y'all just suck. Y'all just ain't gonna never have love or nothing. Y'all just gonna live y'all lives with baby daddies.
He gonna find somebody to button his shirt. She gonna be younger, right? And she's gonna be very grateful to be with this man because he's probably has a good job or something. Crazy. And she will be about 10 years younger than him, and she will come back home and button his cuffs.
They talk about us being single mothers. They talk about us being single mothers. It's a lot of perpetual single dads, baby daddies.
Somebody button them cuffs. But anyway, so we're going to continue to do those. If you have questions for us, please send them to us because we want to answer like real life questions. Not that those are fake questions, but I'm trying to figure something out. We want to be helpful.
I want to see some tea, y'all. Give me y'all stories.
We're gonna find some. We're gonna get some tea from somebody.
I want to know why your kids got taken away. I want to know.
No, I want to talk about that. No, that's too much. We don't cross. That's a line. I don't want to cross that line.
Well, like them little stories and little like, oh well, this person.
Well, we need to get off of AITA and go. There's that other one where they be juicy like that. The black chicks or something like that. I don't know. They have their questions are better on Twitter. I forgot the name of them. Oh, we'll figure it out.
I'm gonna go on Twitter and look.
All right, y'all. We about to shut it down. Shut it down. Thank you for joining me today. Not next week, but week after, I'm gonna have someone on from the banking industry because I almost got on my birthday, and she works in banking. And she's going to give us some tips on how to protect your funds.
God.
Remember, I told you my card declined, and they were like, "It's suspicious activity." They canceled my card. I almost got. She read it to me on the phone. The lady from customer service was like, "Did you make this $300?" No, it ain't even $300 in the account at the time. I was like, "No." So thankfully, being broke saved me because it wasn't no money. They were trying to take my money on September 22nd, baby. The 15th and the 30th. If you ain't trying to get me between the 15th and the 15th and the 30th, I can't help
nobody that. Don't tell nobody when you get paid. You don't ever do that.
Government people get paid the same time every month. Anyway. That's what saved me because there wasn't no money in there.
That's a good caption though, like being broke saved me.
That's like the book by the girl from Slutty Vegan. I hope you fail. That's kind of it goes along that line. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for joining. We will see you next week. But again, 2 weeks from now, I have the banking lady on so she can talk to you guys. The holidays are coming. You don't want your money choked. You want to keep your cash. But anyway, follow me on social media, TikTok, Facebook, YouTuber, Twitter. I ain't really on Twitter like that. But everything is Nicole D. Vick. I'm on LinkedIn a lot. Oh my gosh, I went to a conference yesterday. That man taught me how to fix my LinkedIn profile. He worked at LinkedIn. He came in and actually sat with us. I'm like, oh, you need to add this here. My LinkedIn profile is top tier.
I need to fix mine. I thought mine was good, but I don't know if it's top tier like that.
Check out my website, www.nicoledvick.com. I got 2 books. You can purchase them on the website. Pushing Through, Finding the Light in Every Lesson, and Push Through, 52 Weeks of Light in Tough Times. All right, y'all. We will see you next week. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.